Well, good morning. Have you ever asked yourself, why is it that people move in and out of your life? Why is it that there are people in your life that it's easy to be with? And then there are people in your life where it's very difficult to be with. What's really happening there? Well, here's what I'm going to explain to you to the best of my knowledge. And I don't know that I'm right. I don't know that I'm wrong. But here's what happens. Each of us vibrate at a specific frequency. We're energy, right? We're energy. And what does energy do? It vibrates at a frequency. So based on who we are, all the thoughts, everything that we've ever thought forms an atmosphere, forms a frequency. That frequency is out there, and people enter into our life who are a vibrational match to us or leave our lives when they're not a vibrational match to us. And when you can grasp the idea that people are in your life and it feels good, but if they're in your life and it feels bad, that's the sign that their frequency and your frequency are not a match. Now, I'm not labeling one better than the other at all. I don't know what's a good frequency or what's a bad frequency. But here's what I do know. When the frequencies are too far apart, it's not a good experience. There's nothing in common. And that's what happens with relationships. We enter into a relationship. The relationship seems to be working for a while, and then it disappears. That juice that we felt in relationship disappears from us. And why does it disappear? We're no longer a vibrational match. What causes that? The best I can tell you is that it's because people are going in different directions. Here's what I'll share with you, and this is a big one. If you are one of those individuals, and I think you are because you're watching this, who's seeking to always expand, grow, become more, tap into that universal power that you are, and you have people in your life that are not doing it, frequency widens, the gap widens, doesn't it? And when the gap widens, guess what happens? No longer a vibrational match. And when that happens and you really understand it, it's easy to let people go because it's not a hurtful thing. It's not a judgmental thing. It's just acknowledging that the frequencies are different. And when they're different, it's okay. It's like you don't find things in nature that are a mismatch in vibration hanging together. Only in humanity do we hang together and mismatch. How many of you have been in relationships that were really, really, really great, and then all of a sudden something changed and the relationship was no longer any good? That's because your frequency changed or their frequency changed. And when that happens, the gap starts to widen. And when the gap widens, the relationship can't continue no matter how much you try. See, here's a key thing. If you try to change your frequency to match someone else's, but it's not authentic to who you are, you're going to be friggin' miserable. You're going to be absolutely friggin' miserable because the best thing, the only thing that ever feels good to me, to you, to every individual is to be our unique self. That's it. When we're being unique, we feel better about ourselves than anyone could ever make us feel. Because I've watched myself, I've watched others who have been in relationships, and in those relationships, they have become something else to make the relationship work. And while the relationship appears to work, on the inside, they're not feeling all that good because they realize they're sacrificing themselves. What they're saying is, I'm not worthy. I'm not enough to be me. And those are the most horrible words I think we could ever say to ourselves. Because the truth of the matter is, you are more than enough. You are perfect. In this world today, you are perfect being you. Let me give you a little hint. There's 7.8 billion people out there. There are people that vibrate at the frequency you vibrate. Why not hang with them and let the others go? That's a good question. What do you think about that? I got Jean, I got Lolita, I got Jack, I got Richard, I got Kai, I got Brandy, I got Lisa. I got a whole bunch of others out there. What do you think about that? If there are 7.8 billion people out there, and you know you're going to be a vibrational match with a whole bunch of them, why do we hang on to those that make us miserable? Could be we're just friggin' numb. We're no longer aware. We have been desensitized. I love that word, desensitized. We've been desensitized to understanding that our truth is to become as unique as we can be, to experience much, much, much of life. Dee Dee says, love this topic. Says becoming more evolved. I don't know that you're more evolved, but maybe you're more aware. You're aware differently. I like that. Many people have fallen away from her life. You bet they do. Ian says, I just started discussing it with my wife and she loves it as well. And we pay attention to who we hang out with and who we don't. I am loving hearing that, Ian. Jean and I, as a couple, spend a lot of our time just with us because it's hard to find people or couples in particular that are vibrating where we're the way we vibrate. And we much rather be with ourselves. Now, we do spend time with other couples, but the two people that we vibrate most with right now are each other. Now, I do vibrate really big with my granddaughter, Claire. She and I, we love to play. Can you see the look in my eyes? When I think of Claire, I just think play. We vibrate. When she sees me on a video, she goes, hey, Baba. And I go, oh, God, I love that. If you want to know more about Claire, go to my Facebook page. I posted a little video of pictures of her growing up with her fathers. The girl just got juice. And I'm not saying she's the greatest granddaughter in the world, but I'm saying she's the greatest granddaughter in my world. Because there are beautiful, beautiful granddaughters and grandsons everywhere. But it's a matter of how do you look at them. And then I ask the question, are you a vibrational match to them? Or have you gotten so old, you've forgotten how to play? It's interesting, isn't it? My granddaughter, when she sees her Baba, the thing that she remembers and loves the most is that we have tickle time. And tickle time is playtime. And that's what that little girl loves. Let me ask this question. Why, as we grow up, do we forget to play? Why don't we have that playful frequency anymore? Here's a great thing today. When you're out in the world, I'm hoping you're out in the world. I'm hoping you're not isolated and cooped up. When you're out in the world, notice people's faces, notice people's energies, and ask the question, are they playful? I'm going to bet you most of the people you see, you're going to say, I don't think they're very playful. I just want to know. I love to hear what your opinion is because I look for that. Lori says, I have a hard time letting go, but I'm spending more time with myself and Mark. It's always good to be comfortable with yourself. Letting go, the more you understand that it just causes you pain, becomes easier and easier. And here's the other thing about letting go. You make room for people that are a vibrational match. And then your world goes higher. And when I say higher, I'm saying it's more frequency oriented. Because I don't know what's right or wrong, what's good or bad. That's a judgment. I don't judge. Let me put it this way. I do my best not to judge. I'm human, though. And every once in a while, the J guy comes into me and I go, oh, look at that shit over there. Yeah, I know. I said shit. Oh, well, that's life. Anyway, that's a pretty good message for me today. It's where I'm at. I'm here every day for you. 8 o'clock, except on Sundays, I'm at 7:30. This Sunday at Agape, we're installing our newest practitioner, Doreen. So if you're in Dallas, come join us, Lori. All you others will be doing an online service because we are a worldwide community. This is a community event that you're participating in. Why? Because we're talking about like-minded ideas. That's what community is, people coming together. So you and I and everyone here must be a frequency match in some form or fashion. Isn't that cool? Anyway, I want to let you know how much I appreciate you, accept you, and love you just like you are. Go create a great day, everyone. Aloha.